Who else should we call, guys, about this draw? I feel like we've moved past the Fextra life, right? Like there's just like this statement. It's fine. Woo! Rob from the block. Ziggy D. Is Rob in here? I've never talked to Rob. What if he thinks I'm weird? Like he doesn't know my vibe, so he might think I'm being like super aggro. Oh, he typed yo in. He typed in general. Okay, I got him. Let me call his ass. Is that the real Rob? Let me scroll up. Hold on. Oh, there he is. Hello. Wait. Oh, he's in. Join the call. Yo. Hey, what's up, man?
There is, man. Hey, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. You're European, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it too late for you? You got a few minutes?
Yeah, I got a few minutes, man. Thanks for the call. Yeah, I'm on the gamer schedule already. I mean, we got to adjust for the launch, right? 5 days left. Let's go.
Bro, I feel like instantly I get this vibe. You're bat chesting, bro. You are bat chesting real hard, bro. What's going on there? Bro, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna tell you what I know about you, okay? And,
all right, go ahead.
Okay. So like just like the general vibe, okay? But I don't want you to take it, whatever I say, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. So the vibe that I get is that you are like a god at Diablo 4. Is that correct?
Some people would maybe describe it like that. I was the first player in Diablo 4 to hit level 100 on the launch last year.
So you're like White Havoc. You're like Aryan Havoc, basically. Is that true? You don't know Havoc's the first level 100 in PoE 1. Okay, anyways, I'm just saying like that's kind of the vibe I get. Like you get pretty sweaty. Would you describe yourself as a sweat or no?
Yeah, I guess a lot of people would say that. Like, I'm definitely gaming a lot, and I take it pretty serious. Like, I just enjoy, really grinding and getting also the efficiency part. This is just what brings me joy in the games, man. Like I don't like to, just like, I don't know, slack around or something. Like, also I like to play like not solo necessarily. Like also the accomplishment of the first 100. Like, this is not a solo thing, right? There's lots of people that help me in the background, like the group that I played with and stuff like that. And I think in Path of Exile, like, it can be like this and this as well. Like, a lot of people I know enjoy the solo play, but the group play is like just always multiple people involved.
You seem like a pretty positive vibes guy. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like you're just like you I feel like you look at everything as like some opportunistic thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely having like a pretty positive attitude towards like life and gaming in general. I don't believe in like spreading negativity or like just stirring up drama somewhere. I just want just want to have a good time and have people that I interact with and people that come by and enjoy the content to have a good time.
So you're just a chill guy. That's good. Okay. I have heard some people, I'm not gonna say who. I've heard some people retweet. They don't like your data mining take, buddy. They don't like your data mining take. I'm just gonna say it. They don't like it.
Well, this has happened a lot in the past, at least in Diablo 4 and other games I play. Or I played in the past. I don't know how it usually is going in PoE. Obviously, I don't have much, or you could say I have no PoE experience. I've played PoE 2 like a couple of, twice at Gamescom in Germany here. But I've not really dived into the Path of Exile community. And I really appreciate a lot of people, coming by and like teaching and sharing some knowledge. And I'm just learning the lore, man. I'm learning
I'm just messing
history.
With you. I'm not a drama Andy. It might seem like it, right? Like this is like your first interaction with me. It might seem like I'm a drama Andy, but I'm not. I hate that shit. All right. Like I am also a positive vibes, cozy vibe streamer. Like people describe me as like the aloofness and the levity of a combination of like a Zach Galifianakis meets a Theo Von. That's what people would say. Just a levity and aloofness that brings joy to viewers of this game. What do you think about that?
All right, sounds good. Yeah, but I was going with this like educational part. I think like right now I'm basically consuming like all the information I can get because I really just like to be like a bit prepared and like know like roughly what I'm doing, at least, even though I'm complete like Path of Exile beginner basically. So I'm looking at all the data out there, and I really appreciate like Path of Exile veterans like you and lots of other creators as well, like putting out either like their takes on things, like what they think might be a good character, or even like informing ourselves like which ascendancy might I go, which class or which combinations of skills, which links. And so from my perspective, like the more information I can get from people that have way more experience in this game, and this a beautiful, like complex game, like it's way more complex than Diablo 4 from what I've seen, the more I will take in and
So you
learn
want to
from
be like
that,
a
basically.
you want to be like a student of the game because you've been posting a lot of PoE2 stuff. Are you gonna be like you want to be like do you
Yeah,
want to
I
be
mean,
like a
I
guy that
want to
does the
log
news or
in,
you want to do
man.
like the Mhm.
I'm eager to learn. Like, there's a lot to learn, especially like the approach that GG is taking uh, to the end game is like pretty like fresh to me, coming from Diablo. Like Diablo is very, very focused on the like beginning, the new player experience, and seeing that GGG just like giga chatted out on creating like Act 4, 5, and 6, like polishing that, and just went straight to just design more endgame and more longevity for the game. I really like that.
What do you think
And
about
it's
PoE1 right now? Give me your honest thoughts about PoE1. Because like if someone asked like why did you get into Diablo instead of PoE1? What's your honest take?
well, the first time I tried PoE, and this might be like an L take from some people, I just didn't like the graphics. Like
Mhm.
this was like many, many years ago when I first tried it. I didn't like the way my character moved. I didn't really like the atmosphere and the way it looked. It felt a bit clunky to me. And obviously there was also this like hurdle of getting into the game, because you have to learn a lot, you have to know a lot. And I'm pretty sure there's many people that can relate to this. Like, you start the game and it's just like it just doesn't click.
I feel
And
you.
the first time I played PoE2, like last year at Gamescom,
Yeah.
it felt way different. It like instantly, like I felt like, yeah, this is it. I move around on my character, like good response time, and it just like the entire like package just fits.
So what's gonna be your split when like the game launch? Are you still gonna do like are you gonna do mostly PoE stuff until the next D4 season? What's that looking like?
Yeah, so it looks like Diablo 4 is like on a big break right now. There's also not that much communication on Blizzard side, I feel. So until I think the season starts like end of January. So there's like a lot of time to, obviously, like we're not gonna like understand everything about Path of Exile and that, especially about Path of Exile 2 in that short
Well,
period of time.
no one knows anything about PoE2. Really, like
Yeah, but
even the people who do
I
know, they
love
don't
that
know.
everybody is like,
No one
man, like
knows,
who
dude.
knows what's gonna happen.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's super
Wait,
fun.
wait. Did you just say that Diablo 4 new season's starting in the end of January?
Yeah, end of
Oh
January.
shit! So
So
we
it's
get
quite a
like
long time until then. And probably at
yeah.
that point, I was like jokingly saying this, and it's like half serious. Like probably most people will not finish the Path of Exile 2 endgame before they already dropped the new end, or like even more endgame, right? So
I
it's
mean,
gonna be crazy.
I think there's gonna be a lot of content, like more than enough content for like over a month of stuff. Okay, let me ask you, as someone looking into the PoE community, do you think it's sweaty? Does it seem
Well,
kind of
there
sweaty right now?
are like obviously there's like a split, like some people definitely are very sweaty and very, very dedicated and like super efficient in their playstyle, and just like playing a lot, taking the game very serious. And yeah, that's I mean, I like that, like I'm like totally into that. Like Path of Exile, there's definitely not that many casual players. Like it's a game more for like an elite type of like player, like that commits quite a lot more hours, that does not get filtered by the by the first time opening up the skill tree and stuff like that. But this is like probably right up my alley, and it kind of like many people say it would be a more fitting game for like my type of playstyle than Diablo is. But again, I never really got into PoE, so I'm hoping with PoE2 like to get into the game. And I mean, I really enjoyed the first times I played. I really liked the game, so yeah, we'll see where we go from here.
Dude, I don't know if like it should be an elite game though, because like isn't that how like your game dies if it's just for like elite players? Like shouldn't someone that's like retarded, like let's say I'm like retarded, I have like 80 IQ, shouldn't I be able to like pop off in PoE2?
I mean, I agree to some degree. Like DGG, I think has definitely like seen or noticed that like a lot of like it's very hard to get into the game, and I think they improved a lot with Path of Exile 2 in regards to a new player. But I think that there's still like definitely like more ways to go to make the game more accessible. But it also looks to me that they want to stay true to the identity of Path of Exile, and also to some degree to the identity of Path of Exile 1, where it's a more Endgame focus game that you have to put in a little more effort and a little more brain, let's say, than into other games.
Dude, I thought you were gonna come into this, you were gonna get some clown takes, but you're actually kind of base, dude. You actually have some pretty like moderate takes, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. When you look at the endgame content, okay, because like you don't really like play PoE, so you have a fresh, very exciting take. Okay, when you look at Breach, Simulacrum, Ritual, all that stuff, okay, which one are you like, dude? I want to go ham. And the reason I ask this is because
everyone. Let me explain. Question marks in my head because I don't know like the real difference between.
The reason I'm asking is because for us, we have like years of like we have finalized, we've concluded on all these leagues. We know exactly what we're not going to touch. Like there's things you look at in PoE 2, and even though they add the stuff around it, which looks really good, you're not going to touch that because like we're done with that. We did that. Okay, so like my opinions on it, no one cares about. Okay, people don't care about like PoE 1 players' opinions on that because we know what we like to play. But this is like insightful. Okay, like when you look at the trailer and you see these things, which one do you look at and you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna pop up. I can't wait to discover every little thing about that. Which one? Right? Like is it like you like Breach, like a Simulacrum?
There's one answer to it because I have not like studied this well enough to even know the real difference between the.
Not talking about studying, just like when you look at it, you're right. There's like something that like for example, if I look at any like roguelike game, right? I'm like, I like these features, or like this looks cool. Like, does any one of them like look insane to you?
So I can only, because I don't know even what all of them do, like I said, but like the type of gameplay that I like what was the mechanic called that GDG showed in the trailer on the announcement? I think like where they like fought the like before they fought the Uber boss.
Breach. That'd be Breach, right?
Yeah, that was Breach.
Okay,
that was pretty cool because it was like a time based thing. Like you have like a timer and you have to like be fast, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to
it's like very hard for me to.
No. I don't know what the name. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. It's hard because like you don't know all like the mechanics or features, so it's like you're trying to describe it.
Yeah.
The look. Okay. Definitely. Yeah. That's Breach, where like you kill stuff and a timer goes up, and if you make the timer, you get to fight the boss.
Yes. Because this is like the kind of stuff like where you really want to be efficient already, because that's basically how I try to play the entire game. Like I'm always like on some timer, or I want to like do this like fast and efficient, and this is like right up my alley, like in terms of like playstyle. Yeah, we want to go fast. We want to blast. Like I don't want to like stand in town for half my playtime and just chat. Like I actually want to play the game. I want to blast and I've seen this like a little bit of like mixed.
Hey, whoa, what's wrong with staying in the hideout for a little bit? You got to slow down, Speedy. All right, we got 6 months of early access, buddy.
This is not like my saying, but like there's always like town is lava. This is like I think like Rax and Rex, who's also like basically a Diablo 4 player that has been like going into he's also a nice guy, and like he's always like known for like town is lava, and that's a good mentality to have. I think in ARPGs in general.
I brought his saying of the town is lava from like years ago into PoE. Like my thing is like the hideout is lava. I've said that for years, and I got it from Rax from years. This must have been 5 years ago. Yeah, dude, the hideout is lava. Holy, what else? He's sweating already. He's sweating already. Dude, you're gonna pop off, man. Yeah, so that's Breach. I think the Breach is cool because you have this essence of like going fast. You have to go fast, and you are gonna lose like actual money in the game if you don't, right? Because like the zone just closes and you lose the boss fight.
So to understand, like you lose the entrance fee, whatever it takes to open that breach. Like if you don't make it in time, that basically is gone, right? And you get no or very little rewards.
Yeah, like in Diablo, you need the mats to summon the Uber bosses. Like
Like then you would
if you fail, you lose them. You just gotta get the mats again, and that could be prohibitively expensive for like a new player. So it is a huge deal.
Especially now, like if you die once, like it's over, right? That's like I saw videos. That's like the main difference also to like PoE 1, where you have like these 6 portals, and here like you die, it's over. It's like a semi-hardcore mode. Like you don't lose the character, but you lose the map completely.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that still happens, even if that wasn't the case, because like the timer, the way it works is that if you die, you need to like run back to where you were. And when you're running back, you don't. So killing things extends the timer. So if you're running back, and you're not killing things, you're gonna pretty much lose it anyways. Okay, but like anyways, like the reason
it only goes forward.
Yeah, well, the reason I think it's gonna be interesting is because you're gonna be blasting these breaches, and so in the maps, the breaches it literally is just like a timed speed run. But then when you do the thing in the trailer, you're gonna be blasting, and then there's gonna be a boss at the end that's like the hardest boss. And then so most people, okay, the way that most people play is they have like a character that's for like blasting and a character for like bossing. Okay, it's very, very rare that you can have a starter character that does both very well, or you just have to be like later in the league. But anyways, you're gonna get to that boss, and your blaster build is gonna get wrecked. And I think that like learning that fight is gonna be one of the most pog things, like for everyone.
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely going to be tough, man. I see myself dying like quite a lot, but I think it's going to be also very entertaining for the stream. Like they always love that kind of stuff. I can also see.
Oh, sorry, chat was saying that. I was like, no, that's no one knows what no one knows the scaling. All right, it's like you're using your.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to die. You know, like seeing how many new players are going to get probably into like Path of Exile 2. Like, I mean, we're like probably like expecting like what 500,000 to like I thinking like 700,000 concurrent maybe. And like I could see a lot of those players that are new to Path of Exile being the forums on Reddit is going to be pretty salty. Like people are going to be probably hard stuck like in Act 1 at some boss, and they're going to go complain about it.
You think 700K on Steam on early access?
Just I don't know about Steam, but concurrent players like okay. I was like thinking like 500, like 500,000. That would be an incredible number already.
What do you think about trade versus hardcore? Are you gonna be a like in Diablo? Are you a hardcore Andy?
No, I'm not a hardcore enjoyer.
Me neither. But one of us.
I don't like hardcore at all, man.
You know, I think
like IRL is hardcore enough, man. Like in the die, it's over. Like that's why I play video games. When you die, well, you get to try again. You know.
I wonder if there's gonna be a logout macro. Let me ask you, chat. Is there a logout macro in PoE 2 or no?
So as far as I know, like watching some videos, there's no like basically you can log out with a macro, but like it's gonna spawn you right where you left. So it doesn't really help you.
Okay. What are your views on? Do you think that content creators should get a priority queue? What do you think about that? If grinding gear,
I know some of the history. Like I've heard about.
What do you think about that?
Like there was basically like. A lot of people were getting a sponsorship by GGG, right? Like in what league was it? Like 2 years ago or something. And they were like basically sitting in the queues, and then they got like a priority queue to log in to play the game. So yeah, that's obviously that didn't go over so well. And yeah,
what do you think about that though? Is that like, you know, business wise? I mean, it makes sense, right? Like you want people watching actually gameplay your game.
GGG is like it's always a hard decision, but like I mean, if you have the community mad, like you don't do that. Like you want the game to be fair, right?
Yeah, well,
like doing priority anything for like streamers, like there's like some easy way to steer up some
political. I think you're being political. You know, you know which way the wind's blowing. Can I tell you a story? Let me tell you a story about my experience with priority queue.
Yeah, go ahead, sure.
Okay, so I was sitting in queue. I was positioned like 10,000, which is really good actually. It means you got in within like the first couple minutes. And there was this issue where it wasn't going down fast enough. Okay, it was going down by like 100 per minute. And so my chat told me that there was this bug where you had to like cancel and then you log back in and then you get the real position. Okay, so I fell for that. I fell for that a few times. And I just kept going back and back in the queue. And while this is happening, I'm going from 10,000 to 20,000, 25,000. And I see on Twitter, there's this trend going on where people are getting into the game. Where Grinding Gear Games is actually DMing streamers and saying, hey, you've been granted access to skip the queue. So then you log in, you automatically get in the game, okay? I saw this happening, and I was like, oh, shit, that's crazy. What the hell? And all my friends are getting in. I didn't get in. They did not tag me as someone to skip the queue. So I was not invited to this amazing queue. So what I did is after waiting in the queue for like 30 minutes, I'm like, should I just ask for priority queue as well? Because like everyone else is getting in. So then I'm delayed, right? Yeah, I'm delayed. So I ask, and what happens is they say, okay, sure, we can get you in. What's your account name, right? So then they include me in it. But guess what happened? Right as I asked, Zizrin and a few other people started doing this like movement where it's like, hey, we're going to stand with the users, okay? This is like freaking Tron, okay? He fights for the users. And then like I asked for the access, and then by this time the mood had shifted. And now everyone's saying they were literally asking to be removed from the priority queue, and now I'm the one in the priority queue, and it's like, oh shit, it was bad, dude. It was bad.
Yeah, big drop, man.
Yeah, it was.
I remember hearing about this. I mean, I didn't play PoE, but I heard about it. I've seen them. I also know about the life isn't fair story and about there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of
you're caught up to I mean, Pee-wee drama is lame. Like compared to other communities you have like pedophiles and like actual drama, right? Pee-wee community drama is actually pretty lame.
Well, I think that's the beauty about like ARPGs in general. You know, it's not a PvP game. Like we're not here like to like beat each other or something or compete or like like.
Well, come on. You're just being political. It is a competition, right? Like at some point when
okay, it's a different vibe though, right? Like you playing a game like Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Dota. Like the game can be the community can be super duper toxic. That's because it's a PvP game. Like you fundamentally, like if you win, somebody else is lose. Mm-hmm. But in a game like Path of Exile or like Diablo, an ARPG, like we're all fighting together, like to beat the demons, to beat the enemies, or to figure out a cool build that we can all enjoy. It's very different vibe than a PvP game in the community. You get what I mean?
Sure. Well, what the thing I'm talking about is like in terms of competition. What I'm saying is like when you put out a tweet about PoE, right, and you're gonna get a lot of impressions, you put out a video. You can't tell me that in the like your strategy is not partially okay. If I get this stuff out first, if I'm known for covering this, I'm gonna get this attention, and then now translate to like whatever class, it's monetary or something else, right?
It has to be right now. I totally know what you mean. Like the same vibe right now. Like people say there's no race, but there's always a content race. You know, like whoever gets to endgame first, like in PoE 2, is probably gonna make like I don't know, like a dope content out of being the first guy who beats like the pinnacle boss or something, right?
That might be you. I think why not you?
Sorry, what?
Why not you? That could be you. You're like the Russell Wilson of
I'm a beginner
coming into PoE.
No way.
Could be you. No, I mean, listen. You might be constructed from different materials.
Yeah, but I want to like take it. Like I want to like really learn the game. You know, like I want to understand what I'm doing, and I want to like hopefully like take some people that also mostly come from the Diablo community that don't really know the game, that are like kind of in the same boat as me, never really like gotten into PoE, and like PoE 2 is their entrance just as well as mine into the game and into the community, into the franchise. And I hope to like take some players on the journey with me, and like maybe we can learn the game together. So I don't think I'm going to like completely rush and skip through everything, even though that's going to be my mentality long term. I want to be like efficient, and I want to play the game how I enjoy it. But I need to learn the game.
Listen, you need to provide some competition to Ben. There's this guy called Ben in our community. Have you heard of him? Oh, and
I mean, he was also.
We need some new blood. We need new blood. Okay, let me tell you, it's like that meme where it's like
the worst. Ben is pretty much impossible to beat, like in any scenario.
But it's kind of this
yeah, but he even came to Diablo. Like I was the first player to kill like Lilith and get to level 100 in softcore.
Mm-hmm.
But he just did it in hardcore, and he didn't even know, like he didn't know the game, he didn't play it, and he beat everybody in hardcore.
He just literally constructed different materials.
Did he? It was crazy, man. And the Lilith fight, like nowadays it's a joke. But back when it launched and when Ben beat hardcore, like Uber Lilith in Diablo 4, it was actually tough. Like some of you in the chat might remember, like he dodged everything. And if he was hitting by one of her waves, he would be instantly dead in hardcore and lose his character.
You're kind of glazing right now, bro. You're kind of glazing right now. He's different though. But
I know what it means. Like I don't know exactly, how impressive. Like I was watching the recent gauntlet run of Ben, where he like beat this like recent gauntlet that Zizaran hosted, and like I couldn't really like. It looked impressive, but I can't really compare it, right? Because I've never played it. I've never tried this myself. People just told me it's hard AF. But I know like the early Lilith fight and doing that fight in hardcore, like when the game came out. That was crazy.
That's how every PoE boss is like. There's no difference between
Diablo and PoE. That's what my community is telling me as well. So it's even more impressive. But like, this is the only thing I can compare, right? Because I've like fought that boss.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, all the hardest bosses are on kind of autopilot. As long as you have like you don't have some dog shit like debated scuff build or something. It all becomes like on autopilot. But dude, you know that meme where it's like the worst player in the NBA is closer to LeBron James than like the average person is to the worst player in the NBA. That's like the kind of gaps we're talking about when it comes to Ben, I think.
Oh yeah, and also like doing all that in hardcore is just completely crazy. Like you can never ever die if you make a mistake. Like it's over. You start again. That's so crazy.
What if you just go hard? I'm thinking about going hardcore. Well, what if we just like go hardcore if the servers are good? What do you think about that?
I mean, I hope the service will be good, but I don't think so. Like, there's so much interest, so much hype in the game.
Like I'm kind of on the naughty list with grinding gear right now. I gotta like reinvent myself. I'm thinking about going hardcore, like only hardcore Soul Self-Found streamer on launch. Like it'll be like,
you're like memeing, or you're serious right now? Like,
no, I mean I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I got some things in the works. I got a 6-part plan.
Like hardcore, like from the very start. Like
yeah. Well,
the servers come up on the Friday. You
well, I don't know about it. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how the servers are. But I'm thinking about doing something crazy.
You're gonna commit now, man.
Right? I mean, wouldn't early access be the way to do it? I have a concept of plan.
For me, I mean, learning, like for me, never playing Path of Exile, like really, and like getting into the game. I don't think hardcore is good for me, because like I'm just like it's gonna be so much longer learning the game in hardcore. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I'm just messing with it. Everyone's going soft.
And like it doesn't make sense for a new player, and I would not recommend any newer player in the game like starting in hardcore.
That's true.
Like, you're just torturing yourself. You gotta get a wrong impression, I think.
That's a base take, but okay, let me ask you another question. This is completely unrelated. Are you in Blizzard's good graces? Like, do you work with Blizzard on stuff?
This is like a publicly available information. Like there is a partner program with Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in that, as are many other content creators.
But what I mean is like do you have like points of contact? Like, are you like in the know on Blizzard stuff? Because like sometimes these partner programs, they're not really like. I have a reason for asking this. Okay, is it like, are you in contact with people at Blizzard? Like, are you on good terms with them?
Yeah, I mean, I know a few people that work there. Yeah.
All right, let me ask you something. Let's say that you did something and they cut ties with you. Okay, just hypothetically asking for a friend. What would you do to get that relationship back?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's like a very complicated and individual question, depending what I would.
I mean,
do,
no, you have a
I think like me acumen, right? Like it doesn't qualify.
I'm just saying, what do you think would be the right steps to take there?
Well, I don't know, man. This is like a really hard question to answer, because it's like so individual, like depending on the situation and what you will do to, like, can you know, to know how to repair the relationship. Like you gotta like kind of understand like where you went wrong, and this is like hypothetical, so it's very hard.
That's what people have been telling me. That's what people have been telling my friend. Yeah. All right. I mean, I asked everybody this question.
But how
like,
does it work? Thinking, like, question for you in that regard. Like, how does it work on GGG? I don't know if this is like you can talk about it, or is there like a program, like some sort of like partner program? Or I'm pretty sure you might know some people at GGG as well and stuff like that.
I used to. Well, there's no partner programs, but like there is people they choose to sponsor, there's people they choose to work with, and there's like de facto contacts in the community for grinding your games. That's kind of how it works. It's like unofficial but official.
Okay.
But basically, listen. I'm working on some stuff. Okay. I'm just asking around. You know.
I mean, I see them doing like so many like interviews with like different creators. Obviously, like, you know, they can't like interview everybody. Like
that's true. They can't interview everyone. Chat. That's true.
Go, bro.
I mean, you know, like there's like so many creators.
There's so many. Yeah. How they choose? Who knows?
Who knows how they choose, right? But like my experience with this has been very positive, because they reached out to me a couple times and it was very nice. And I've been chatting with some people. It was nice. I've been also invited to some of the events, but like timing didn't add up. Like, you know, I'm also in Germany. The event was in Los Angeles, like a long flight, and like, you know, like traveling and then time stuff. But like, really appreciate it, man. Maybe like, you know, if they do XICon again, I don't know if there's an info about that, but like maybe I'll visit. Like, very nice, super cool to like meet up and network. And
did you just tell me that you got invited to some grinding gear game stuff?
Yes, I was.
I'm gonna need a second. All right, I'm back. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know the context of the history there, but you know,
it's a meme. I'm just messing. It's a meme.
Like, I was telling you my experience. You know, like from my perspective, like the communication was very nice. People are very friendly, and I'm very much looking forward to play the game. And a lot of the things that, especially like Jonathan was saying, like in recent interviews about PoE2, I don't think he could have said it better, man. There was like, especially like about having the open economy, and there's like a lot of history of this, right? Like he's not just saying that. Like GGG has proven this. And that you can trust them like for many, many years in PoE1. At least that's what the community has been telling me. Obviously, I don't have personal experience.
Listen, I think you're gonna be a great asset to the community. Okay, I would even say after this little talk that we had, I would say that I would consider you an ally. I really would. I really would. You seem like one of the good ones.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to know more of the community and also more of creators and figures in the community. I've been watching a lot of videos of a lot of people, and yeah, just like having a great time learning this game. And a lot of people have been super helpful. I know there might be like drama here and there, but I mean that's just like
what drama have you heard of in PoE?
No, not personally, but like the drama, like just recently here with Frextra Live getting this like early access kind of thing, and now like GDG responded to that.
That's probably a thing because we're all just so thirsty for anything PoE2 related. Like if this was like any other time or any game, I don't think people care. It's like we just don't have any info. We don't have enough teaser, enough leaks that like we're trying to latch on to anything, I think. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So what's your take on the data mine? You asked me earlier on my take like about the data mine stuff. Like, do you think that would be like a good thing, like to know the, let's say somebody gets the full passive tree, or maybe even GDG puts it out like a day before. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel like the only thing I have to compare that to is Diablo 4 and like other games that if you get a full PTR and only certain people are invited, that creates a lot of like bad will. It's like bad will, I guess, in the community where it's like, okay, so I could sweat this hard, but how am I going to compare what I learned in the time that I spent to some guy that's been playing it for a few weeks and they have literally spreadsheets of like everything min-max, right? It's more of a bad feeling. I don't think like because you play a game like online, you're kind of equal, right? Unless it's like some pay to win trash game. You log in and you are equal to everyone else. I don't think most player base would like a full data mine, because then what that means is that like some people are gonna just come out with like the most min max, and then people, because of how fast information spreads, let's say you're playing it and your friend's like, hey, why aren't you doing this thing instead? Because I know for a fact that this thing is better, it's faster, it's more rewarding. That kind of shit feels really, really bad at like the release of any content. So that my take is that like data mine would be fine if it's just like if it's a skill tree or something, yeah, whatever. But if it's like a full review copy of the game in terms of like every little bit about the all the monster stats, all the breakpoints of everything, I think that's overall downside for the game.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And what you said, like with people, like people actually like play video games to some degree, like sometimes escape like their real life in some way, like immerse yourself really in like a video game. And like real life can already be very unfair. So yeah, at least the video game should be fair in some regard. So yeah, that definitely.
But then I would be hypocritical because like if presented, like let's say they did offer you access to like a PTR version, everyone would take that opportunity, right? And if they let you make videos, I mean, I get it. So whatever.
Yeah. I think this is like something that I remember like Zizarin saying something about that as well. Like he doesn't want the like anyone to have early access, but if he would understand like if people would be offered early access to take it, because obviously, and I agree with that, it's a very big advantage. And I mean, this happened to me in Diablo, and it was to some way like a big boost, like to my numbers, and also in some way like popularity and being known in the game.
You were on the invited side to the PTR stuff, where you had time to like pretty much know what the best stuff was.
Like and this was like all public. I made many videos about it. Like I pretty much figured out like the best build and the best thing to do like for the end game before the game even released.
Yeah, I mean, great. Like this Vector Life thing is like just some random out. It didn't even spoil that much. But yeah, PoE doesn't usually do that. So like, in terms of discovering stuff, usually everyone's on the same page when it comes to discoveries, right? Like everyone gets to the end game and then we all figure out the little nuances of the new league mechanic over like the next few weeks. Now here's the thing though. All right. In PoE 2, all the end game systems for the most part are already like fully, I wouldn't say solved, but like you know exactly what you're getting into. So like what I would say is like something that I'm gonna watch so many like Diablo kind of, like any streamer, right, that's not like a PoE main. I am gonna watch, not because like I just want to watch PoE 2. I'm gonna watch these people, like I'll watch like you and like Rax and everyone play, just because like I want to see their interactions with this endgame that I've had X amount of years to, right? Like I want to see like how you view that. Because like I'll give you an example. You know Darth microtransaction?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And so there's this mechanic called Blight. It's like a pseudo tower defense game inside of the endgame. And it's like a full-fledged endgame that you could spend, months on. Right? And we did spend months on it. Most people hate Blight. Okay. Most people think that Blight is kind of low tier in terms of ranking it with like other mechanics in the game. But then this Darth microtransaction guy comes in, and then he says it's his favorite. He's like, I love doing Blight. I like doing Blight in the regular pseudo endgame. I like doing it in the full-fledged endgame in the blighted maps. Right? He loves it, and I go, holy shit! Wait, hold on a second. How did he come to this conclusion? Like, what about it is he seeing that I'm not? What part of this does he like? And then so I watch content creators like that because I want to see how they view that stuff. So like, I don't think you have to worry about like, earlier you were saying like you don't know anything, right? I don't think you have to worry about that. I think people are going to watch you and they're going to be excited to see how your take on these things that we have like such conclusive like takes on, That's going to be sick.
Yeah. I'm totally looking forward to like experience all these like kind of different mechanics. It's going to be, I think, pretty wild and so much to learn, so much to uncover.
Yeah, don't worry about
one thing I wanted to ask you about, and I've seen this a lot of like, I guess people like half Twitch chat is just memeing about this, but how do you feel about, or in general, how is the PoE community about this thing, like content creators like stealing each other's builds, some people claiming ownership over a build? I already heard like a lot of like drama about that, and to some degree there's always drama about that in Diablo 4 as well. Like,
is there? There's. I feel like there's stuff like that in Diablo 4.
Yeah.
So if I have the same 5 or 6 skills on my hotbar as you, and I have the same skill tree, but you came out the video first, people would actually bring up that you're playing Rob's build, like something like that, for example.
Yeah, some people would. Yeah, I mean, not everybody, but
it's like a conscious
some
thing.
Would.
Is it a conscious thing between streamers?
I mean, to a degree it is, and in the community as well. And I'm completely like, in my opinion, nobody can own or owns a build. If you take inspiration from someone, give credit where credit is due. Mm-hmm. But at least in a game like Diablo, and I get it, like PoE in the endgame can be way more complex, and the probability of two people that don't look at each other to come up with the same build or like a very similar build is less likely. But it can still happen. And I feel like in Diablo, there's not that crazy many combinations you can do. So it is only the natural, like, conclusion that some people might get to the same conclusion build, right?
There still is complexity in Diablo because there's still like systems past like the skill tree and so I like as a non like Diablo 4, like I usually just play Diablo for like a week or so. I think there's complexity, but okay, to answer your question, I would say for the most part, it is a meme. It's a complete meme of like stealing builds or like gatekeeping people from like build. You are pretty safe to be like, you don't need to worry about that from like a professional standpoint. Okay, there's gonna be weirdos out there. Okay, that try to like there has been drama in the past, but it's a very specific kind of take on builds. It's not like you can pretty much take whatever kind you want, man.
Yeah, I feel most of the time it's also drama from people that are not even involved. Like the guy who made, like, I don't know, the build first or the original build or whatever, like he didn't say anything, but the guy who allegedly copied the build didn't say anything. And a third person that's not even involved goes in the comments and starts drama. You stole this build from my favorite content creator who might have played this.
Like I'll give you a very honest way that most people will approach PoE in terms of builds. Okay, so let's say you like spells, okay, and spells is a whole archetype. Let's say you want to branch out and you want to play some attack build, okay. So is it reasonable for a normal person to be like, okay, I'm going to learn from scratch this other side of the skill tree and all the nuances that goes into like an attack build? What you're probably going to do is you're going to look up some videos, or you're going to go on PoE Ninja, which is like a database, and you're going to get inspiration from like what someone else already has, right? They've already done the hundreds of hours of legwork for you. And then what most people do is, it doesn't mean you're stealing the build. You take the build as like a starting point, and then you build that to like your taste, and you build it to two things. One is your own play style, your taste, and the second is what content are you doing with that. And that is, to me, okay, so people are gonna say Copium Galaxy, but to me, that's just the same as like coming up with your own build. Okay, it's just you're not being retarded because you're not wasting hundreds of hours for the legwork that someone else did, right? It's like just because someone invents like invents like the first version of like a locomotive engine, and then you just make the engine more efficient, that's still there is still merit to that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's how most people approach it. Like 9% of people probably approach builds that way.
Yeah, I mean that's great to hear, and I mean to some degree this is like what GGG did with Diablo, right? Like people have been joking, and this Diablo has been like has been like people have been writing this for a long time, but in general, like I think also like in terms of ARPGs and making video games, it's like totally fair to look at what works at the like in the genre or at the market, like the systems that people really enjoy. Like in my example, it's always the weapon swap system, right? We had this like weapon swap system in Diablo 2. And yeah, GGG obviously took a lot of inspiration from that, but they didn't just copy it. They cooked with it, right? They took this like weapon swap system, like the very basic system that we have in had in Diablo 2, and that was loved by the players. They took it and they cooked with it, and now you can even, assign different parts of your skill tree based on which weapon you use, and like basically swap around these weapons with different skills and stuff like that. So that's just amazing. Like you don't have to, completely reinvent the wheel in terms of build making or in terms of like making a video game even. Just like do the stuff that people already love and enjoy, and like keep cooking with it.
That weapon swap thing, I'm not sure about that. That weapon swap thing, I feel is like it's like overly designed, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, maybe it was just an example. Like that's probably like a lot.
I get what you're saying. I feel like there's like parts that I'm like, did they cook too much? I don't know, man. But dude, okay, wait. We got like look at all these content creators responding on the Path of Exile statement, dude. Holy.
Oh, that was a lot. Yeah.
Holy. Sheesh.
There's a lot of people.
Wait, hey, what do you think?
Well, that's good. I think it was a good response, and they're also like very fast and very interactive with the community.
Well, to some people in the community, yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, to some people.
Yeah. The chosen ones. We'll call them the chosen ones, like the Neos.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You have some history there, or what?
No, it's a meme. It's a meme. So
it's a meme. Okay, it's a meme.
Okay. Wait, I just realized I might be retarded because I've been talking to you as I would anyone else like that knows like the history and stuff, and that like knows all the memes. So like
I'm trying to like get some background,
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I just realized I'm retarded because like you don't know any. So it might seem like I'm being like a weirdo, but it's just like all memes. So basically, I am pretty influential in the Pee-wee community. Okay, but at some point in the past, okay, they just like cut off all contact with me, like within the last few years. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame them. I am not an entitled Andy. I'm not like, I don't feel bad about it or anything. It's just like something that happened, and it is what it is. And so like that meme, my chat likes to make fun of me for that. It's like something that I play into. I don't really care. I love grinding your games. Like I said, I'm not entitled Andy. It is what it is. I keep doing my own thing. And so this is the meme I'm playing into, that I don't get invited to anything. I don't receive any communication or any juice from grinding your games. That's basically the meme. But I really don't care. I really don't care. No, I don't care. I don't. I really don't. It's just something I play into because I know that people like being able to make fun of you for something that they know you don't care about as well. Right? It's kind of like right. It's kind of like that edge play, I'll call it, between the streamer and the community. It's a funny meme. I don't care.
I noticed that like in general, like a lot in the community, there's like a lot of like inside jokes and memes, and especially emotes in the Twitch chat. Like, let
me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna give you
like
a 5-second rundown.
Switches,
No. I'm gonna give you
a builds. Like,
listen. You're gonna be a boon to the ARPG community overall. Okay, so let me give you a rundown. Okay, you pretty much want to be allies with everyone except for a few people. Let me tell you right now. Okay. Number one,
okay, who is it?
You don't want to have anything to do whatsoever with. And okay, these two guys you want to stay away from in the PvP. I'm telling you right now, this is like for your own good. You don't want any kind of interaction with these two people. I'm telling you, they are like, yeah, it's nuts. Okay, that's it. Everyone else you could be allies with. That's fine. I'm just telling you like it is. Okay.
Okay, so history I know, but like I have no idea. I'll probably check that.
It's yeah, no, it is what it is.
Okay, like okay, so I hear a lot of negative, and I don't know if this is drama or not, but I hear a lot about like trading, and people have been warning me about this like TFT, like trading community Discord thing. Like
you don't have to worry about it. It's like think about it like this, right? It's like TFT is like the mall, the store that you go to get your groceries, and maybe one of the people that owns the groceries is like a bad dude, right? But it doesn't matter for your
like a
day to
mafia
day.
boss bad dude, or like
I mean, they could be like just saying like maybe they're like a racist or like a misogynist or like just like some bad person, but it doesn't affect like
doesn't affect the entire store.
Yeah, it's overall a boon. It's like Walmart is an overall boon for most people, even though like maybe the decision making at the top could be a little bit. It's kind of like that, right? You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
That drama is like kind of weak. I mean, it's an annoying thing that you have to do out of game, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? Most people see TFT as out of
everything to be in game, but
it's most people
coming from Diablo. So what GGG is doing is already like like 20 times better, because like in Diablo 4 there's like no trading system like whatsoever.
Well, I mean, basically, yeah. Oh, wait, isn't there that auction system on Discord for Diablo?
Well, I mean, there is some stuff, but it's all based on third party. Like, GGG has like an official thing, and they have this marketplace with the currency exchange now.
Yeah, that is good. But what I'm saying is that there's a very much refined version of that Diablo system for anything you can't get on the trade site, and there's a lot of stuff you won't be able to get on the trade site in a convenient way. So, like, it is a very necessary thing. Like, someone has to do it. It's just that the leadership has had some issues, and that's what people don't like. But people don't actually care. In the same way that you don't care that. Like,
yeah, I mean, at least like if the product, if it solves like a need that the community has, and it's the best product or the best marketplace out there, like people will use it anyways. Like they don't care that much about the drama. It doesn't really affect them, No,
it's not something you need to worry about, man. It's just some little thing. But that's crazy that like you mentioned that, because like that means that like you actually know a lot more. You're actually kind of an informed Andy.
Well, I mean, I was not slacking the past week. I was basically like sitting here like streaming, talking to chat, checking out like history, checking out like some of the like creators in the community, checking out a lot of info. I've been soaking it all in for the past week, basically since the announcement, man. I've been riding, like I've been on the hype train, man. It's been like I was really hyped. I was really impressed with that initial like announcement that they did, and every interview and like hearing like some of the devs talk, like Jonathan is just like like 100%, man. Like you couldn't have said it any better.
Puzzle box. And I don't
shit, Stoops got sent of all those puzzle box. God damn, everyone got puzzle box
too, bro.
Wait, Rob, did you get a puzzle box?
Not that I know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm here like in Germany. Like it sounds there might be some,
I would listen. People in Madagascar got like multiple puzzle boxes. Okay, I know
multiple.
I know
like
the scientist in Antarctica. That's like he got a puzzle box. Okay,
special delivery.
It's crazy, bro. Oh, yo, Stoops, thanks for resub though. All right, everyone get It's like that Oprah meme. You get a puzzle box. You get a puzzle. Everyone gets puzzle boxes. Everyone gets one, but it's okay. I'm gonna get my own. All right, I'm working on some
stuff. Great marketing from their side. Like, that was like pretty cool to activate the community.
It sure was, dude. It was great. It was fantastic. Okay, but hey, I don't care. I'm not Intel Danny. I don't care at all. All right, it's just like I have to address it because people just keep mentioning it, and then like they know that I see them mentioning it. I can't not mention it because it's like you're ignoring it. So you must really be affected, but I really don't care. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, bro. Hey, listen. I'm glad we talked. We got to know each other a little bit better. All right.
One last question.
Yeah, sure.
So like super like thanks for like this opportunity, and thanks for like hearing me out.
You're
a
nice guy. You're a nice guy, dude.
Really looking forward to like go into the community, jump into the game. So did you decide on your starter like ascendancy or class yet?
Yeah, I did. I'm going Infernalist Minions. I think it's gonna be really fun. Oh, I guess I'd have to tell you like so my vibe in Pee-wee, I just play for the vibes. I'm not really sweaty anymore. Like I mean, there's some things you could say that's sweaty adjacent, but like I am more of a funds over muns enjoyer. All right, like you got these new kids on the block, like Fubgun and stuff. They're just like sweating their dick off trying to make every shekel they can. And listen. Everyone gets to the same spot. Okay, you don't need to sweat too much. Like it's So I just play for fun. So I'm going Infernalist, which is like the witch. And I'm gonna have a lot of minions. I'm gonna have like some tankiness. I'm gonna do ignite. It's gonna be some kind of ignite build. It's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm a fellow like melee enjoyer. I really like melee classes. So I like thinking about monk or warrior, and I would probably go like Titan on the warrior.
Oh, you're gonna start with melee.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I think it's gonna be very hard.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
like people keep saying that melee is like maybe not the most, like it's say beginner friendly. We'll see. Like they said, like on Monk you die a lot.
Well, that's in PoE 1 classically. Melee is just kind of it's like you can do everything that like even melee is not melee usually. There's some kind of like weird separation of melee where it is melee, but really you're not really melee. Okay, so it's just like because it's just like it's so bad. It's like it's actually so bad. You can as maybe in like some hardcore settings, but you're almost always better putting more distance. Okay. And yeah, so it's like it's whatever.
Yeah, I'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like in the interview yesterday, I don't know if you saw this like Korean interview that Jonathan did.
Yeah.
Like they were touching about this like melee thing a little bit. They said they improved it a lot, and I just like the playstyle. I like to be like a
that they
close by and like basically like blast.
I don't want to be a negative Andy, but they've said it a lot in PoE 1's past. We're like, hey, yeah, we're buffing melee. This is we're focusing on melee. And let me tell you something. Even melee does not truly believe that it's melee. Okay, like even melee, there's some kind of mechanic that people bake into their build where like you're melee because you have the melee tag. Okay, but you're not really melee. Okay, but you can still claim melee.
Yeah, it makes sense. I saw this on the Monk. Like they're having like some kind of like mid-range like attack basically for some element.
Yeah, I think everything is like just so unknown, right? We're gonna have to see because like we don't know the scaling of like if something's gain range or radius when they level up. We don't know if like there's like all these. Like, we don't know what the distances are. We don't know anything really. So we'll have to like get those skills and test them out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting.
It's gonna be fun.
I really like this approach, like people going in like kind of blind. I wouldn't mind, like having some more people like talk about like this is gonna be like my starter like combination that I think is great or that I want to play. And some people have been doing this content, and I just don't really see like why there's so much negativity. If somebody makes it's not like a build, but somebody just makes a guide or like a video basically explaining, oh, this could be a cool startup. This is gonna be like what I'm starting. I feel like there's like a lot of negative vibes. People instantly like talking, oh, this is a build or a guide, and it's just like, you can't do that now. Nobody knows. Yeah, of course nobody knows, but I still appreciate some veterans like making a video like that for new players.
Don't worry about that gatekeeping stuff, dude. What you're talking about is like some pseudo level gatekeeping. Okay, I'm telling you that a lot of people have what I'll refer to as like a simulacrum of what they think is some bad thing going on, but it's not really going on. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Well, it's probably like just a few guys in Twitch chat as well. Like they're just like mad that somebody shared this.
Nah, you're gonna pop off. You're actually gonna pop off, bro. Like that, people are gonna watch. Like so many people are gonna watch you just because they want to see how you interact with the game, that parts of the game that they that are kind of like solved or like that they've seen in PoE for years. So you're actually gonna pop off, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking just forward to like the experience. I'm just excited. Like even if I wouldn't stream right now, I'd still like just check out the game. I mean, I was like playing Diablo 3 like many years before I ever started streaming or doing content creation. Like I just like to game, man. And this is like super exciting times because everything is so kind of new to everybody to a degree. And I'm just really looking forward to like solve this puzzle together with some parts of the community and like do my own things.
That was super gauge. That was super gay, dude. All right, but like in a good way. Like that. That's like the like that vibe that you just expressed. Like, holy shit! I mean, it's just been so long since I've had a new game, and a lot of us have had a new game that we're excited about to this level. That's like you got a refreshing take, bro.
Yeah,
that was kind of.
But you feel like kind of like about a new game. You kind of feel the same in a sense that Path of Exile 2 also kind of feels like a bit of a new game to you as well.
I'm treating it the way that I'm going to approach it from a gameplay is absolutely going to be like I'm going to consider it a completely new game in the sense that like an isometric game like Lost Ark, it looks the same as Diablo or PoE, but the speed and like the system and stuff, like it's completely different, right? So I am going to go into that, but I do realize that the things that I don't enjoy or the things that I focus on in PoE 1 are going to be this. There's going to be a lot of overlap in PoE 2 because I just know those leagues, right? Like if you play a league for 3 months and then that league is core and you play that for another 3 months and then years because it's been in the game for years, you're going to have like you're not going to be able to separate yourself from like the biases that you have, right, with those endgame systems. So that part I probably won't play like a new player, but just going into it, yeah, I'm gonna try to go in pseudo blind.
All right, yeah, sounds fun. Well, looking forward to it. Yeah, also the same to you, man. Good luck with all the stuff. I'll definitely like tune in and see like how much further.
You think we're friends now?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like. I don't know. Are you like mainly playing solo, or are you also like playing group?
Yeah, well, I'm a solo Andy.
I'm not talking like launch, but like maybe like some months down the line. Like
I'm a 99% solo Andy, just because like it's like
all right,
yeah. Well, hey,
because I also still really like to play together with people. Like I really like the group play stuff, but I see like a lot of people, a lot of players like more like the solo kind, and I mean PoE might be like a bit more in that direction. Like it's very like there's a sort of cell phone mode and stuff. You go even that far, or you still play like trade usually?
Yeah, I'm mostly a trade Andy, but like I said, PoE 2, I might change things up depending on how things go. But yeah, I'm a solo default solo trade Andy in PoE, man. Let's just say we're friends. Okay, let's just say we're strong allies. All right, we're kind of like we have some full homo thing going on.
No, let's do it, man.
All right, for sure. Hey, man, you also you have a great head of hair too. I was looking at your images. You look good, man.
I just got a fresh cut, man, because I'm ready to not leave my house for the next 2 months. And
is it the one? Is it the one from 8 hours ago? This tweet with you with Jonathan on Korea.
Of that question.
Is that the fresh cut? You got you know what the Norwood Reaper is? Never mind. I'm not gonna. Okay, it's like how that it's like the male pattern balding. You have a nice hairline. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, not going bald just yet.
That's nice, bro. I mean I think that's why I decided to take a call with you, because you have a face I can trust.
You would never, right?
You're like a European Colonel Sanders, a face I can trust.
Yeah, let's go, man.
All right, bro. Hey, thank you so much for coming on this call, man. I appreciate talking to you.
All right, man. GG, have a good one, and good luck on the launch if we don't talk before that.
All right, man. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
GG.
Guys, that was Rob2628. Okay, I'll link his shit here. All right, if you guys want to check out that guy, he's actually a pretty cool dude. Like really, the only thing I knew about him was that he was just like some sweat in Diablo 4. So it's cool. We're getting. Yo, who do we call next? Who do we call next, bro? Wait, did he not say yes to the friend thing when I asked him? Why are you guys saying that? Why are you saying that he didn't respond? He did respond. He responded without. It's called a state of mind. Like he's responded by not responding. Okay. Like, you can infer these things, okay? No problem. Listen. That guy's gonna be an ally, all right? Like, chat, back when I'm in when I'm in Grinding Gear Games good graces again, all right? I'm gonna be people are gonna be, they're gonna say I'm so lucky to have Cute Dog _ as an ally. That's what they're gonna say, okay?